Have you ever calculated a two number to get its sum or result before? If yes, how did you do that? What about reading a book loud to produce sounds? Now, the process of trying to add up these two numbers to get results and also trying to read the book for people to hear you verbally can also be considered to as information processing. We process information every day in several ways. This session will take you through how data is being processed into information. So our objectives: by the end of this lesson, the learner will be able to 1. Describe the information processing cycle. I will be your facilitator for this tutorial. I'm called Anyaba Roberts. Introduction to Information and Communications Technology. Let's comprehend on data and information as keywords. Data in itself is a raw facts or material that is meaningless to the user. Information is a processed data that is meaningful to the user. Information processing cycle. Information processing cycle is a series of stages or sequences that data passes through to become information. There are generally 4 stages of information processing cycle, which are as follows. 1. Input stage. 2. Processing stage. 3. Output stage. And finally 4. Storage stage. The diagram illustrated below represents the information processing cycle. 1. The first stage of this processing cycle is the input stage, then followed by the processing stage, then after that the output stage, and finally the storage stage. The input stage is the very first of the information processing cycle. This is a stage whereby data is captured using input devices such as keyboard, mouse, microphone, etc. for the computer for processing. Images shows as some additional examples of input devices as shown on the screen. So as you can see, the microphone, the webcam, the game controller, or also known as the gamepad, and as you can see, there's a barcode, the mouse, the keyboard, and the scanner. These are all input devices. Processing. The second of the information processing cycle is processing stage. This is a stage whereby data is converted or manipulated into information. Here, the processor is the main device found in the system unit, which transforms the data into information. The image on the screen illustrated how the processor or the CPU looks like. As you can see, it comes in different forms, as in Intel Core 2 Dual and Intel Core i7. So AMD 64, and so it comes in different forms. Outputs. Output stage. The stage where results, which is a processed data, is displayed to the user using outputs devices such as monitor, printer, speaker, and others. The output stage is the third of the information processing cycle. The output devices mentioned on the screen. First one is the monitor. Monitor displays images on the screen to the user. Another device of an output device is the speaker. The speaker produces sound to the user. The printer produces hard copy documents. Examples are um, exam papers, newspapers, etc. And another example is the headphone. Another example is the headphone, which is used to listen to music. And lastly, projector. Storage. Once Once data is processed into meaningful information, such information will be likely be needed in the future. Hence, the need to save the information. At the fourth stage, which is the storage stage, information is preserved or kept for future reference. Solid state drive to bracket SSD, hard disk drive into bracket HDD. Pen drives are some common examples of storage device for keeping information for future. These are some of the storage devices. As you can see, hard disk, the RAM, the ROM, the CD, stroke DVD, the memory card, pen drive, solid state disks, etc. Conclusion. In summary, we have discussed information processing cycle by looking at the various stages of the information processing cycle, which include inputs, processing, outputs, and the storage stage. We also make reference to some common devices which can be used at each stage, which are input device, that's keyboard, mouse, microphone, etc. Processing device, the processor or central processing unit. Output device, monitor, speaker, printer, etc. Storage device, SSD, HDD, pen drive, etc. Illustrate the information processing cycle diagrammatically.